my name is Sarah, and welcome back to Simple English Podcast, the podcast made especially for beginners who want to learn English in a simple.com and easy way. And I am so happy you are here with me today because today we are going to talk about a very big and very important topic, which is how to introduce yourself completely. Because when we meet new people, we want to tell them about our lives and we want to get to know them. And introducing yourself is the very best way to start a friendship and to feel confident in English. So please do not worry if you feel nervous or if you think you do not have enough words, because we will go step by step. We will go very slowly and we will repeat everything so you can understand and remember. And the first step is always your name. And as we said before, you can say, I am Sarah, or my name is Sarah. But sometimes names are difficult to understand. So it is also good to learn how to spell your name. For example, if someone does not hear you clearly, you can say, my name is Sarah, that is S. And spelling your name helps people write it down correctly, and it helps them say it correctly. So you can practice spelling your name at home using the English alphabet. And after your name, we often talk about where we are from. And you can say, I am from, and then the name of your country, like I am from Brazil or I am from China. But sometimes we live in a different place than where we were born. So it is also useful to say, I live in, for example, you can say, I am from Spain, but I live in London. Or I am from India, but I live in New York. And this gives people more information about your life. And it is a very nice detail to share in a conversation. And now let us talk about your job or what you do every day. Because people often ask, what do you do? And this means, what is your job? And you can say, I am a teacher, I am a doctor, I am a driver, or I am an office worker. And if you do not have a job right now, you can say, I am looking for a job. Or if you take care of your house and family, you can say, I am a homemaker. And all of these answers are perfect and polite. And another important part of an introduction is talking about your age. But we must be careful here because in some languages you use the word have for age. But in English, we always use the verb to be. So we say, I am, for example, I am 20 years old, or I am 30 years old, or I am 40 years old. And you must not say, I have 20 years, because that is not correct in English. So please remember to say, I am followed by the number. And you can also just say the number like I am 20. And that is also correct and very natural. And now let us add something fun to your introduction, which is talking about your hobbies. And hobbies are the things you like to do in your free time when you are not working. And talking about hobbies makes the conversation interesting and happy. And to talk about hobbies, you can use the simple phrase, I like. For example, you can say, I like reading books, or I like listening to music, or I like cooking delicious food, or I like playing soccer. And you can also say, I like watching movies, or I like walking in the park. And sharing your hobbies helps you find friends who like the same things as you. So now let us put all of these parts together into a big introduction. Imagine you are meeting a new person. You can say, hello, my name is Sarah. I am from America and I live in New York. I am a teacher. I am 30 years old and I like reading and drinking coffee, and see how much information that is. It sounds very professional and very friendly. And after you speak about yourself, it is very polite to ask the other person about themselves because a conversation is between two people. So after you say your name, you can ask, and what is your name? And after you say where you are from, you can ask, and where are you from? And keeping the conversation going is a great skill. And simple questions like, and you, or how about you, are very powerful because they show you are listening and that you care about the other person. And also, do not forget the magic phrase we learned before, which is nice to meet you, because nice to meet you is the perfect ending to an introduction. And sometimes you can also say it is a pleasure to meet you, which is a little more formal but very beautiful and polite. And now I want to tell you something very important about confidence, because many students feel shy when they introduce themselves. They think their accent is bad or they are afraid of making mistakes. But please listen to me when I say that your accent is a part of who you are and it is not a bad thing. And making mistakes is completely normal. Everyone makes mistakes. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. So when you introduce yourself, try to smile, try to look at the person and speak with a loud and clear voice. Because when you smile, you feel better and the other person feels happy to talk to you. And practice is the only way to get better. So I want you to practice this big introduction today. You can write it down on a piece of paper. Write your name, where you are from, where you live, your job, your age, and your hobbies, and then read it out loud many times. And you can record your voice on your phone and listen to it, and this will help you hear your pronunciation and improve it. And remember that learning English takes time. It is a long journey, but every day you are learning new words and every day you are getting better. And I am very proud of you for listening and for trying. And introducing yourself is the first door to opening up a new world of English communication. So go out and say hello. Tell people who you are and do not be afraid. And thank you so much for listening to this long episode of Simple English Podcast. I hope this helps you explain who you are to the world. Keep practicing every single day. Be kind to yourself, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.